Hey, what's up you guys? Mixed Emotions here. Welcome back to the next installment of the story of Mixed Emotions, or my creepypasta story. And in the last chapter, chapter 36, Wandering in the Woods, I saved two boys from Jeff. And if you guys read along with that, you will know that there are 4 ticks, 4 dashes, where Jeff's name should be, and 5 where mine is. I do that now. I don't say, like, I don't put question mark, and I don't put, blank. I literally put how many letters are in the name, which it was very hard to do later on in the story. But, yeah, so, and apparently, the 2 boys are my kids now. So, Helen and I got 2 sons, pretty easy. So, here we go. Chapter 37, the name of our kids, the new boy, and a day trip. So this is after we walk into the front door. The boys follow me into the kitchen and see Helen cooking, and Helen notices me walking up to him, stops cooking and kisses me, then pulls away and sees 2 boys behind me. Baby, who are those 2 boys? Helen asked. It's a long story. I'll tell you after they go to bed, I said. Helen, are you a boy or a girl? The younger boy asked. I'm a boy, Helen said. Really? The other boy asked. Yep, I just have long hair, Helen said. That needs to be cut, I said. Mix, you can't cut my hair. We'll finish this later. I'm hungry, I said. The next day. Ignore all that noise that's going above me. The next day. Helen and I are at the dining table thinking of names for our new kids while the boys are watching TV. So we are in the dinette right now. Do you have any ideas? Helen asked. Well, I have one name. Hey, I have an idea. How about I name one of the boys and you can name the other? I said. Okay, what's the name, and are you choosing the younger one? Helen asked. Yes, I actually wanted, I wanted to name the younger one. The name I have in mind is Noah. That's a cute name. Now for the older one, Helen asked. Helen takes out his phone and looks up the best boy names. What are you doing, Dad? Noah asked. He's just looking for a name for your brother because we have a name for you, I said. Babe, I got it. Gabriel, or Gabe for short, Helen said. I love that. I love it, I said. So, what's my name? Noah asked. Your name is Noah, I said, ruffling his hair. Helen, Noah, and I walk into the living room, and Noah sits down next to Gabe. Hey, we have names now, Noah said. Really? Gabe asked. Yep, Mix named me, and Helen named you, Noah said. Where are our names? Gabe asked. Well, your name is Gabriel Michael Otis, and your brother's name is Noah Carter Otis. Who has Otis at their last name? Gabe asked, looking between us. It's Helen's last name. I don't have a last name, I said. Babe, you actually have a last name, Helen said. I thought we don't use my real name anymore, I said. What's he talking about? Noah asked. Well, see, Helen and I both have 2 names, I said. What do you mean? Gabe asked. Well, you know me as Helen Otis, but my other name is the Bloody Painter, Helen said. It's funny, because actually, after Helen finally says his name, that name sticks in Gabe's mind, and then he becomes a carbon copy of him, because he starts to paint with blood. Not until later in the story, though, Helen said. You also know me as Mixed Emotion, or Mixed for short, because a lot of people don't know this. Mixed Emotions is my full name. I don't have a middle or a last name. Everyone's like, your last name is Emotions. No. I only have a first name, and it's Mixed Emotions. Everyone just calls me Mixed for short. So Emotions is not my last name. But my real name before I became Mixed Emotions was Jackson Rasmussen, I said. Wow, that's quite the last name, Noah said. Since we don't use my dead name, my old name, anymore, that's why I decided to give you Helen's last name, I said. Okay, Gabe said. Oh, there's news! I said, excited. What is it? Noah asked on the edge of his seat. We are going to take a day trip to our old house so you can meet our family. And then we are going to find your old house and get everything you want to keep and take it to this house, I said. Can we ask a favor of you two? Gabe asked. Sure, what do you need? Helen asked. Well, Noah and I have thought about doing this, but we can never bring ourselves to do it. Gabe said. Just tell us. Can you kill our old parents? Noah asked fast. Sure, Helen said. The phone rings and I pick it up. Hello? I asked. Hey, Mix, it's Toby, Toby said. Oh, hey, what's up? I asked. Slender has an announcement, Toby said. Okay, what is it? I asked. I don't know, but he wants you guys here, Toby said. Funny thing, because actually we were about to come over because we have a little surprise for everyone. Just make sure you keep a close eye on Jeff, I said. Oh, don't worry, he got in a lot of trouble, Toby said. Really, Toby? Taylor Swift? I said. Oh, shut up, Toby said. Okay, well, we're going to leave here. We're going to leave now. See you in 15 minutes, I said. Bye, Toby said and hung up. Who was on the phone, babe? Helen asked, putting on his blue trench coat. Toby. And Slender has an announcement. We need to be there, I said. What about Jeff? Helen asked. He's fine. He got in big trouble. We all know what happens to bosses that live in the mansion. I said, you guys used to live in the mansion? Why'd you guys move out? No one asked right to my side. Well, I wanted to start my own life with the boy in my dreams, I said. I'm so flattered you dream of me, Helen said, blushing. This may sound weird, but isn't that from a movie? Gabe asked. Yeah, it's from Descendants 2. Mal, a.k.a. Dove Cameron, says that to Uma, a.k.a. China Anne McClain. Noah said, have you seen Descendants 2? I asked, putting on my shoes. No, but I've heard it's amazing, Noah said, putting his shoes on. We have it, I said. Can we watch it? Noah asked. Sure, but we need to get going before our dad gets mad, and I don't want to be grounded, I said. A lot of people think, but you guys don't live with him. You guys don't live in the mansion. Slender can't ground you. Well, technically, yes, he can, still. Time skipping, because if we're not there if we're not there soon, like, literally, they time us every time, no matter what time. Like, I said there would be 15 minutes. If we were 2 minutes late, we would be grounded. We would be grounded for, technically, how long you're late is how long you're grounded at that house. So like, if we got back to the mansion at, like, 30 minutes late, we would have to stay there for half an hour, then we can leave. Okay, boys, wait here. Wait. Time skipping till when we get to the mansion. Okay, boys, wait here. I'll pull you guys up into my room until we can introduce you to everyone, I said. So we are standing at the wall. We're standing by the wall that my room is. So the window to where... So if we look straight up where we're standing, my window would be right there. I knock on the door, and Toby opens the door, and when Storm sees Toby, he jumps on him, knocking him down. Helen, Toby, and I start to laugh. Slender, Mix, and Helen are here, Jane said. Welcome back, boys, Slender said. Hey, Slender, I need to use the bathroom, Crook, I said. Okay. I walk up to my room, only to open my window. Okay, boys, you ready, I asked? Yep. My eyes turn green. I don't have my glasses on, actually, too. My eyes turn green, and vines wrap around Gabe and Noah's arms, and I pull them up into my room. Okay, boys, stay up here. When I leave, lock the door behind me, and then when our dad tells us his announcements, I want to introduce you to everyone. Oh, here's my phone to keep yourself occupied. And also, I would use Helen's phone to text them to come down the stairs. I walk out, and Gabe locks the door behind me. When I get downstairs, I sit on Helen's lap. Okay, Slender, everyone is here, Toby said. Okay, well, why I called everyone here is to talk about Jeff and what kind of trouble he's in, Slender said. How'd you find out what he did, Jane asked. Liu told me. Liu, why would you silence your own brother, Jane said, shooting him a glare. Sorry, but what he almost did is wrong, Liu said. Liu, you are right. He was about to kill 2 boys, Slender said. Dad, help! Noah yelled. I dash up to my room and see Noah on the floor. Helen! I yelled. Helen dashes up and sees Noah. Then I jump over Noah and see Jeff pulling his knife out of Gabe's cheek, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs. I freeze Jeff in place and amplify my healing powers and heal Gabe's cheek by touching where Jeff cut it, and he stops screaming. Gabe, you're okay now, I said, hugging him. Gabe hugs back. Mix, I think Noah's okay, Helen said, taking Gabe from me. I stomp over Jeff. You fucking heartless bastard. I should kill you, but you are the only one who knows where Noah and Gabe's old house is, and you must show us where it is, I said. Dad? Noah asked. Oh my god, thank God you're alright, I said. Boys, can you come down here, Slender said. Okay, we're coming, I said. So, it's come to my attention from Toby that you actually have a surprise for us, Slender said. Yes, we do, but Toby said you had an announcement for all of us, I said. Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of big. We have a new member. Sam, can you come in here, Slender said. In walks a boy about 17 years old, came into the living room. He has pitch black hair, black eyes, blood dripping down from his cheek, from his eyes, tar dripping out of his mouth. He's wearing a red hoodie and blue jeans, and he has a small sledgehammer in his hands. He looks like this. Sadie Sam, age 17, gender male, sexuality gay, birthday September 9th. What's his full name? Ben asked. His full name is Sadie Sam, Slender said. Okay, he seems cool, I said. So, what's your surprise? Domino asked, coming into the kitchen. Why, hello, Domino. Well, it's really good that you're here, because you said something about our surprise when you showed us the house, I said. Boys, can you come down here? Helen yelled up the stairs, and I took the floor. Noah and Gabe walk down the stairs. Noah stands next to me. Gabe goes over to Helen and sits in his lap. Everyone's eyes, Jane, EJ, Sally, Ben, Maskey, Hoodie, Liu, Toby, Clockwork, and Domino's eyes widen. As you guys know, Slender doesn't have eyes, so. But Clockwork is there as well, too. Are those boys your kids? Domino asked. Yep, the one that's standing next to Mick and has his hoodie on is Noah. The one that's saying, Helen said, the one that's saying in Helen's lap is Gabe, I said. Well, they are very adorable, Toby said. Thanks. Noah said, looking at me. Toby, I said. What did Jeff do? Noah asked. Yeah, what did he do? I asked, walking over to Helen and sitting next to him. Noah sits on my lap and I wrap my arms around him. Okay, let's get back on track. Jeff got into trouble because he was about to kill a boy, Slender said. Slender, the boy he was about to kill was Gabe, my brother, Noah said. But Mick saved me in the nick of time, Gabe said. Oh my gosh, he's not leaving here. He's not leaving the house for 3 months. Slender said, Slender, that's not all he did. 1 minute ago, he carved half a smile into Gabe's mouth, I said. 4 months, Slender said. What room do I get, Slender? Sam asked. Ooh, I knew I forgot something, Slender said. Slender, Sadie Sam can live in our basement if he wants, I said. Sam, are you okay with that? Slender asked. Sure, I would love to do that because their kids are super adorable, Sam said. No, Sam does not have a sexual attraction with our kids. He just thinks that they're cute and he would watch them for us. Mix, do you need to know where they used to live? Liu asked. Yeah, we were just actually about to head there right now, I said. Well, follow me. Toby, Clockwork, help Sam get settled in their basement, Liu said. Okay, let's get going, Toby said. Toby, Clockwork, Sam, Liu, Helen, Noah, Gabe, and I walk out. Toby and Clockwork and Sam walk to our house. Liu, Helen, Noah, Gabe, and I start to walk to Gabe and Noah's old house. So, how'd you find out where they lived, I asked. Well, I did see a man and a woman running out of the woods, and I followed them to see what they were running from, and I hear a woman say, your plan worked, those boys will be dead in no time. And now we can start living, Liu said. Okay, after 10 more minutes of walking, we got to their backyard. Wow, this is a nice house, Helen said. Your house is better, Gabe said. Aw, thanks, you're so sweet, Helen said. Noah, do you still have my phone, I asked. Yeah, I do. Here. Yeah, I do. Sorry. Here. Noah said, hey, my phone. Thanks. I said, babe, what time is it? Helen asked. It's 10 to 7. I said, looking at my phone. Boys, do you know when your parents go to bed? Helen said, at 9, and they're also alcoholics, so they might be drunk or passed out right now, Noah said. If they're passed out, this'll be easy, I said. Wait, what do you mean by easy? Liu asked. Gabe and Noah asked them to kill their old parents. I said, you can't do that, Liu said. Why not? Gabe said, sassy. Don't get sassy with me, Liu said. Then we heard a gunshot and a bullet goes right in front of my face, so it passes and I see it. Then we see Natalie with a baseball bat and Jonathan with a shotgun. What the hell are you doing on our lawn? Jonathan yelled at us. I look at Helen, he winks at me. I look at Noah and I wink and he jumps on my back. Then, everyone scatter! I yelled. Then I shoot ice and start to slide on it. Then Helen picks up Gabe right outside and ran away. Liu front flips over Natalie and Jonathan. Jonathan dashes after me and Natalie dashes after Helen. My point of view, Jonathan shot at me and the bullet grazed my cheek where my cheekbone is. I lose my balance and I slip off and fly through the air. Noah gets knocked off my back and tumbles on the ground as I hit the ground and I lay there with my cheek lean. Noah gets up and runs over me. Dad, Dad, please wake up. I need you to get up, Noah said. Well, well, well. Looks like you managed to live, but this time I'll make sure you die. By me, Jonathan said. Liu jumps in front of Noah. You will do no such thing. Leave my family alone, Liu said, and stabs Jonathan to death. So it is dark outside, actually, right now. No one can see this happening. Well, actually, literally, they live on a street, and there's, like, not a house within, there is not a house near their house in about 2 miles, so no one can hear or see this. And no one really drives on the road. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. My throat started hurting. I'll leave this in case. Helen's point of view. Natalie dashes after Helen and Gabe. Helen sees me fly through the air and hit the ground. Next! Helen yelled. You'll see him soon along with our kids, Natalie said. Natalie swings the bat at Helen. He turns away and let the bat hit his back, which it doesn't break, because Natalie's a woman and she doesn't swing it that hard. And Gabe slips out of his arms. You've made me mad, and you won't like me when I'm mad, Helen said. What are you gonna do, freak? Natalie asked. Helen stands up and pulls on his mask, puts his mask on. Helen swings the bat at Helen. Helen swings the bat, and Helen grabs it and kicks Natalie in the chest. When Helen kicks her, she lets go of the bat. Then he takes out his knife and stabs Natalie 10 times. Dad? Gabe asked. Gabe, are you okay? Helen asked. I think so, Gabe said. Gabe stands up and starts to stand up, then hunches over. Whoa, easy there, tough guy, Helen said. I'm fine, Gabe said. Helen and Gabe walk over to Noah and Liu and I. Liu, is he dead? Helen asked, getting choked up. Helen, he is... Cliffhanger. Others note, do you think I'm dead? Remember the context of the story. So I want to know if you guys think I'm dead. Of course, if you read this story, you already know the answer to that. So I will see you guys for the next chapter, chapter 38. And until then, now back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. YouTube, what's good?